back down, baby, one more time. Deep down home, October Road. And I might like to see that little friend of mine that I left behind once upon a time. Oh, promised land, it keeps me standing. It's a test of time, it's a real good sign. Like the sun run down behind the hills, I know how to stand there still while the moon rises up behind the pine. Oh Lord, October Road. Hey everyone, welcome to MT Guitar. Hope we're doing well. Today we're doing October Road by James Taylor. This was off of the album of the same name, October Road. Features a great guitar part that uses a lot of triads here. Alright, so right away within the first few seconds of the song, you've got all these nice triads here. Here's a G, here's a D, here's a C, but it's all over a D, creating different sort of slash chords, right? And then even the G has a lot of action going on. So we're going to go through that note for note, and then even when he goes to the A chord, he does a D over A, which is a very common classical cadence. So all this stuff that James Taylor does is kind of hidden in the part, and that's one of the reasons why I love his parts so much. So we'll go through this note for note. There'll be a tab for this on the Patreon, of course, and I really appreciate all the patrons there and everyone else who subscribed as well here. So thank you. I am doing a New Year's Eve live stream, and I hope you tune in, celebrate the New Year with us at MT Guitar here. I'll be on at 8:50 p.m. Pacific, 11:50 Eastern. Hopefully we'll chat and have a good time as well, and I'll take requests. So enough of that. Let's go on in and learn this beautiful James Taylor song. All right, so I'm always a little nervous to teach James Taylor parts because they're just a little tough and intricate, and they're also hard to play slightly, so I don't want people to be discouraged. We're going to go through every line with the tab above. It's also, of course, on the Patreon as a PDF, but we're just going to go through this line by line. I'm going to have to kind of move quickly because otherwise this would be a very long video, but we're going to go through the entire arrangement. I would just go through everything slow and play along with the song when you're ready. All right? And I'll do these things slow enough, hopefully, that you can play along with me. Here we go. On the intro, let me just play it first, nice and slow. 3, 4. Okay, we're going to start with that phrase. Okay, so that would be anticipate the 4th string open, first 3 fingers on a D triad here. 2, 3, 2, right, of a D chord. And you're going to bounce off with the thumb. The studio doesn't have as much of the thumb going on, but when I've watched him play it live, he's hitting the thumb all the time, so it makes it easier to have the thumb going. Alright, so now we go to a G triad, 4, 3, 3, and these are all staccato. Okay, so you hit that twice, but you lift up as soon as you play it. So, see that? I'm just lifting as soon as I play. Back to D. Now a C triad, this is over a D bass, so it's C over D, O, 1, O, and this is the first triad you let ring out. So, and then thumb again, and then 2nd and 3rd strings only, and then back to bass. Okay? One more time, let's try that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Next line here, or next phrase, I mean, we're going to hit 6 2nd and 3rd strings of a G chord, okay? And then a little hiccup there, a little filler, so pinch, 6 4th. Now, get your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and hit a nice little hammer onto the 2nd fret 3rd string, alright? So, that would be, and then back to 6 and 4th. So it would be a little slower. And then we're just going to actually do just the bass for a bit. So get your A chord bar ready. on the 4th and 3rd strings especially. That's all you need for this. And we're going to hammer on to 4th fret, 4th string. Pinch the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. And then 5th, 4th, and then 4th and 3rd strings. Pull off the 2nd fret, and then back to your D. Okay? Alright, so the whole line nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second line is basically exactly the same, except the very end. So that would be all the same. All the same. Now, we're just going to extend this because we want to alternate this. He definitely doesn't do this on the studio recording, but he does it live. So we're going to alternate between this and the last phrase. So this would be the whole A chord barred up to the 2nd string. Hammer to 3rd fret, 2nd string, as well as 4th fret, 4th string. Okay, so that would be hammer, and then when you pull off both of them, and then resolve to a D. So that whole line, 3, 4. Okay, and then the first line is, the 3rd line is exactly like the first line. Let's just do it for practice. 3, 4, and. 2, 3, 4, 1. And then just go down a D sus2. Okay, so in the demo I did 4 lines, but that was I just wasn't counting. It's 3 times through that riff, not 4. Like I did in the demo. So there you go. There's the intro. That's the main hook and probably the hardest part. So you want to practice that nice and slow. I would rewind it and play it with me until you've got it comfortable, because that's really the main hook of the song. And now we're getting into the singing part. All right, so the singing part, the organ and drums really take over, and there's also fiddle. So really James's guitar part is quite minimal, but it's there. And we're going to do these real gentle arpeggios, all right? And they're kind of up for debate. You could add more notes, you could take away some notes, and it would still be fine as long as you're counting. The main thing about it, though, is that we're now in 6/4. So that would be a group of 4 beats and a group of 2 beats every bar. So it sounds like, well, I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. See, so now he's going to sing in 6/4. We're going to play in 6/4. Just think of it as 4 and 2. All right, so here we go. D sus2. Well, I'm a 1, 2. So that would be all 8th notes. 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. A. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. B minor. You don't even need a bar. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. All right. Then you can do some filler notes here by going 3rd, 4th open to the A chord. And then back to the A. So far, I'll sing so you can play along nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm a going back down, baby, one more time. Deep down low. Okay, now G, add 9. So you're going to play this type of G. Classic JT chord. 2nd fret, 3rd string, and then 6th string bass. You don't even need the 3rd fret, 1st string. You can play it if it's a good habit for you, but you don't have to. So 6th, 4th, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd strings. A little hiccup on the 4th string. Now in F sus2, you could do it like this if you don't want to use your thumb, but I use my thumb. 1st fret, 6th string, 3rd fret, 4th string, 1st fret, 2nd string. Classic JT as well. That would be, 6th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then straight to the D. And that's going to be a D hammer this time. And then a quick repeat, 4th, 3rd strings. Then a fill, a little G fill there. So that would be open to 2nd hammer on 5th string, 4th, 3rd strings open. So let's do that whole line and I'll sing. All right? 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm a going back down, baby, one more time. deep down low, October road. And now, nice. All right, so the next line is kind of a fun move here. You're gonna play the fourth string, and the third string's ringing out from the bar before, so you're gonna hammer after you hit the thumb, and then, you know, second, first strings is like before, and then second, third, fourth, and then A. So that would be, see, it's pretty tough. So you could just repeat the first line if you want. It's the same chords over and over. And then B minor again, and I kind of did some filler notes. It sounds like this. So fifth, fourth, third, second, fifth, third, fourth open, and then A. Then G add 9, and then back to your F, same as before, D. Then keep, so now the G fill will just be only middle finger going to here, and you just go 6, 4, 3rd, 2nd. All right. So that actually that whole line. Okay, I kind of went fast there, so hopefully that makes sense. Last line of the verse starts the same way, couple filler notes. All right, same as last line. Now A. B minor, same as the line before, A, G, a couple more filler notes, F, okay? That's the rhythm. All right, now the chorus. Now we get to do classic sort of upbeat thing. It's actually quite reggae when it's live. So there's electric guitar doing a strong backbeat. So we're going to mimic that because basically the acoustic guitar is very low in the mix. So we need to kind of match the band. And it's going to be bass, fourth string, down, up. So the whole pattern would be fifth, fourth, down, up, fifth, fourth, down, up. Repeat on each chord. So D chord, G chord, A chord, D chord, G chord, A chord, D chord, G chord, A chord. Okay, now on the last A chord. Awesome move. So let me slow down here. Let's practice this entire chorus, and then we'll get to that last little riff there. So, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. G, A, D, G. Okay, now when you get to the A, fifth, fourth, down, and then D over A. All right, that's this chord we learned earlier. Then the second, barred, then open, and then hit the fifth string open. It's a G over A. October road, so that would be October. So let me do that whole line. Let's try that whole line nice and slow so you can hear that riff in context. 1, 2, 3, 4. October road. All right, so then the hook is next, but it's just the last thing to learn here. There's just a moment where there's not this going on, so then it's the electric guitar. So we're going to combine the electric with the last half of the hook here. So it's like fourth, third, first two strings, and then go to this, like a D7, a D9 kind of thing. So that would be 0, 2, 1, 0, and you go fourth, third, first two strings, fourth, third, and then back to D, and then bass, and then a full C over D, bass, a little dance there. And then back to the regular part, and then it just continues. So that's it. And then the song just goes back to the verse, chorus, and the hook, and the song ends on the hook. All right. There's a little solo and stuff, and they kind of end by repeating that hook. So there you go. The main part really is this, and then you just want to keep time. You can start with simple arpeggios without any filler notes, just ascending, whatever, and then you can start adding those filler notes if that's what you want to do, or you can just try my exact arrangement right away. That being said, there's a million ways to slice a James Taylor part because he's always changing things second by second. So you can experiment with your own parts as well. Go ahead and let me know how this goes and enjoy.